Do you feel the quiet weight that settles on your shoulders as the day begins? It's a heaviness with no name, but you know it well. You wonder where your energy and joy have gone, feeling lost and tired. You're not alone. Many walk this same path, their smiles hiding the same ache. Today I want to ask, do you need a little encouragement? Not a lecture, just a gentle reminder that you are seen. Let's set aside the world's noise and create a quiet space for you. You don't have to fix everything right now. Just be open to hope. This is a moment for your soul to rest, for your spirit to be lifted. Welcome. You are in the right place. Think about the burdens you carry, some visible, many hidden. The silent weights of worry, fear, and disappointment are often the heaviest. You carry them so well that no one would ever guess the struggle within. This silent performance is exhausting. Jesus saw this weariness and offered a simple invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. He doesn't ask you to pretend, just to come as you are. Imagine handing over each worry one by one to someone strong enough to carry them all. Feel the lightness returning to your shoulders. This is the deep, soul-level peace he promises. It's a gift, waiting for you to receive it. Let's talk about your work, the unseen, uncelebrated labor you do every day. You are the glue that holds so much together, often without recognition. You pour your heart into every task, sacrificing your own needs for others. Sometimes it feels like no one notices, and discouragement creeps in. But your work is not in vain. Even when no one else sees, God sees every quiet act of service. He knows your heart and the love behind your efforts. Your true reward comes from Him, not from fleeting praise. You are seen, valued, and your labor matters, and He is pleased. Deep within you, there is a dream, a spark of divine creativity and hope. Chasing it isn't easy. The path is filled with obstacles and setbacks. Doubt and disappointment may tempt you to give up, but that dream was given to you for a reason. God often plants dreams to guide us toward our unique calling. Think of Abraham, David, each faced obstacles, but their dreams endured. Your determination to keep going is an act of faith. Don't give up on that spark. He who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. Hold on, your dream still matters. Sometimes hope feels like a distant memory, lost in a fog of despair. Every day is gray, and even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Losing hope isn't weakness. It's the result of weathering too many storms. You are not failing. You are human, stretched to your limits. Remember, feelings aren't always facts. The sun is still there, even when hidden by clouds. Your current valley is not your final destination. There is a path through, even if you can't see it yet. Acknowledge where you are, without judgment. Hold on to the smallest sliver of belief that light will return. Sometimes, the weight on your heart feels impossible to carry. It's the ache of unspoken grief, the burden of guilt, and the worry for those you love. You struggle to stay afloat, even as you appear fine to the world. But God sees your weariness and longs to comfort you. He promises strength for the weary and hope for your burdened heart. In your weariness, have you longed for true rest? Jesus offers a gentle invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This isn't a demand to try harder, but a call to bring your whole self, exhaustion, doubts, and all. Lay down your burdens. Accept His gift of rest for your soul. In our darkest moments, it's easy to believe we're completely alone. We see others' happiness and feel isolated, but that's a lie. Even when you feel forgotten, God is with you. His presence reaches every depth and darkness. You're not alone. Many carry silent burdens. Reach out, share your struggle, and remember, we are all in this together. When you are surrounded by darkness, you do not need the full blaze of the midday sun to find your way. All you need is a single glimmer of light. A tiny spark of hope is enough to push back the shadows and show you the next step. Finding light in dark times is not about instantly fixing everything or feeling completely happy overnight. It is about looking for those small glimmers, those tiny reminders that God is at work, even when it is hard to see. It might be a kind word from a stranger, a moment of unexpected beauty in nature, or a song that touches your heart at just the right moment. These glimmers are divine appointments. They are small reassurances from a loving Father, whispering, "I am here. I have not forgotten you." The challenge is to train your eyes to see them. When you are discouraged, your focus naturally narrows to the problems, the pain, and the darkness. It takes a conscious effort to lift your gaze and look for the light. Start small. At the end of each day, try to identify just one small thing that brought a moment of peace or a hint of joy. It might be the warmth of a cup of tea, the comfort of a pet, or a memory that made you smile. This practice of looking for the light is a form of spiritual discipline. It is an act of defiance against despair. It is you actively choosing to focus on what is good, true, and beautiful, even when it is surrounded by difficulty. The Bible encourages this mindset. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. This is not about denying your pain. It is about refusing to let your pain be the only thing you see. It is about making room for gratitude, even in a hard season. Each time you acknowledge a glimmer of light, you are fanning the flame of hope within you. What starts as a tiny spark can grow brighter over time. Each small act of noticing God's faithfulness strengthens your trust in Him. You begin to build a history of His provision in your life, a collection of memories that you can draw upon when the darkness threatens to return. This is how you find your way through. Not by a giant leap, but step by step, glimmer by glimmer. Each one is a promise that you are moving toward the dawn. Every night, no matter how dark, eventually gives way to the morning. The sun always rises. This is a physical law of our universe, but it is also a profound spiritual truth. Your current season of darkness is not permanent. It will not last forever. A new dawn is promised, and it is on its way. This is the ultimate hope we cling to in our Christian faith. The Bible declares, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning." This means that today's struggles do not have the final say. Tomorrow is a new day, filled with fresh mercy. Holding on to this promise requires faith, especially when the night feels long and cold. It is easy to believe that the darkness is all there is, but faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. It is choosing to believe in the sunrise while you are still surrounded by midnight. This does not mean you ignore the reality of your pain. It means you hold your pain in one hand and this unshakable promise in the other. You can be both grieving and hopeful. You can be both weary and expectant. Your present suffering does not invalidate the future joy that is coming. Think of the story of the resurrection. Good Friday was a day of absolute darkness, despair, and defeat for the followers of Jesus. Their hope was crucified and laid in a tomb. The silence of Saturday must have felt deafening, a day filled with confusion and grief. From their perspective, it seemed like the end of the story. But we know that Sunday was coming. We know that a new dawn was about to break in the most glorious and unexpected way. The darkest hour in all of history was just before the most brilliant light the world has ever known. This is the pattern of God. He brings life out of death and light out of darkness. This same resurrection power is at work in your life. The God who rolled the stone away from the tomb can roll away the stone of despair from your heart. The night you are in will end. A new day is coming for you, a day when the tears will cease, the joy will return, and the light will flood your soul once more. Hold on. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon. The first glimmers of that new dawn are already beginning to appear, promising healing, restoration, and a future filled with hope. The sun will rise again, for you. Let us speak of the quiet, invisible work that builds the foundation of our lives. These are the acts of love, duty, and responsibility, done not for praise but because they matter. Though rarely celebrated, your steady, faithful service is a note in a beautiful symphony only God can fully hear. Your unsung labors create ripples of grace, weaving a tapestry of love that strengthens the world. Let's look deeper into the heart of the one who serves in silence. What motivates you to keep going when acknowledgement is scarce? You serve because you see a need and cannot turn away. This servant's heart is a precious gift. But sometimes you pour out so much you forget to be filled up. Simple gratitude can be like water to a thirsty soul. Remember, your worth is not defined by what you do, but by who you are. Why do we crave recognition so much? It's not just about ego. Being seen and valued is a fundamental human need. Recognition is a lifeline. It tells us we matter, that our efforts have meaning. A simple, heartfelt thank you can lift someone's spirit and renew their motivation. Who can you encourage today? You might be the answer to someone's silent prayer. To the one who feels overlooked, your quiet sacrifices matter. The love and effort you give are seen and valued, even when unnoticed. Your worth is not measured by praise or productivity. You are loved, you are enough, and your work is holy. Hold your head high. You are irreplaceable. In a world that often overlooks the quiet and the humble, it is a profound comfort to know that we are seen by God. He is the great noticer. Nothing you do escapes His loving gaze. Human beings see the outward appearance, the grand results, the public successes. But God sees the heart. He sees the intention behind your actions. He sees the sacrifice you make when no one is looking. He sees the tear you wipe away in private. He sees the prayer you whisper for someone else when you are weary yourself. He is intimately acquainted with all your ways, and He misses nothing. Think of the story of Hagar in the book of Genesis. Cast out into the desert, alone and despairing, she felt completely abandoned and forgotten by everyone. She was invisible to the world, but God saw her. He met her in her distress, provided for her needs, and gave her a promise for her future. In her gratitude, she gave God a new name, El Roi, which means the God who sees me. This is the same God you serve. When you feel invisible, when you feel like your efforts are for nothing, remember Hagar. You are seen by El Roi. He knows your name, He sees your struggle, and He is with you in your wilderness. The Bible is filled with examples of God noticing those whom the world ignored. He saw the quiet faith of the widow who gave her last 2 coins at the temple. While others were impressed by the large donations of the wealthy, Jesus pointed her out as the greatest giver of all. He saw her sacrifice, not just her offering. He saw Nathanael sitting under a fig tree, lost in thought before they had ever met. He sees the hidden things, the secret life of the heart. He is not impressed by status or power. He is drawn to the humble, the faithful, and the sincere. This truth should change the way you view your work. You are not performing for an audience of people who may or may not appreciate you. Your primary audience is an audience of one, your Heavenly Father, who sees everything and delights in your faithfulness. This frees you from the exhausting need for human approval. You can serve with joy and peace, knowing that the one whose opinion matters most is already watching with a smile. Your reward is not dependent on the fickle praise of others. Your efforts are being recorded in heaven, where nothing done in love is ever forgotten. We all long for recognition, but the greatest reward is not found in earthly praise. The Bible reminds us, our true reward comes from God Himself. Jesus said, "Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven." The ultimate reward is God Himself, His loving approval, His presence. He sees your faithfulness. Serve with love, knowing your labor is never in vain. Deep within, there's a dream, a sacred echo from your Creator calling you to a purpose only you can fulfill. It's not just a wish, but a vision that refuses to be silenced. This dream is a seed of divine potential, fragile yet powerful. Nurture it with faith, treat it with reverence, and trust that you're part of a greater story. The path to any dream is never straight. It's a winding road filled with setbacks and valleys, moments when plans fall apart and doors close. These valleys are painful, but they're not the end. How you respond determines if you stay in the valley or climb higher. Setbacks can teach, refine, and prepare you for greater things ahead. This valley is not your destination. It's a passageway to a higher place. The greatest obstacle to your dream is often not the world, but the quiet voice of self-doubt within. It whispers, "Who are you to do this? You're not enough." This inner critic can paralyze you, feeding on past failures and comparing you to others. But you can silence it by embracing the truth. You are a beloved, empowered child of God. Determination is the fuel that keeps you moving forward when the excitement fades. It's a choice to get up one more time than you've been knocked down. Stay connected to your why, your deep purpose. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, and take small, consistent steps every day. This is how you build a bridge from your dream to your reality. God honors those who keep knocking, seeking, and asking. The journey of faith is a marathon, not a sprint, requiring endurance and hope. The Bible promises a harvest for those who do not give up. Your persistence is the key. God promises, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." Hold on, He is with you every step of the way. Sometimes the dream ahead feels overwhelming, and fear can freeze us in place. But you don't need the courage to finish the whole journey, just to take the next step. Focus on one small, manageable action. Each step builds courage and momentum. Every great journey begins with a single step. What's yours? Take it and give God something to bless. Your dream is not just for you, it's for God's glory. When you pursue your calling with integrity and service, your life points to Him. In success or struggle, let your efforts honor God. Anchor your dream in His purpose, and it becomes unshakable. Go forth, dream big, and live for His glory. His. Words are powerful. They can build up or tear down. Today, choose to speak life and hope over yourself. Affirm, "I am a beloved child of God. His love for me is not based on my performance. God is working all things together for my good, even when I don't understand." Make this a daily habit. Let these truths shape your heart and mind. Your physical surroundings have a profound impact on your inner state. A cluttered, chaotic environment can contribute to a cluttered, chaotic mind. It can heighten feelings of stress, overwhelm, and discouragement. Conversely, a space that is orderly, peaceful, and beautiful can have a calming and uplifting effect on your spirit. Taking practical steps to create a sanctuary of peace in your home or workspace is not a frivolous luxury. It is a vital part of staying encouraged. It is an act of stewardship over your own well-being, a way of signaling to yourself that you are worthy of living in a restorative environment. This is a tangible way to care for your soul. Start with one small area. You do not need to overhaul your entire house in a single weekend. That thought alone can be exhausting. Instead, choose one corner, one room, or even just one tabletop to reclaim as a space of peace. It could be your bedside table, your favorite armchair, or your desk. Clear away the clutter, clean the surfaces. Remove anything that is broken or that brings up negative feelings. This simple act of creating order in a small space can bring a surprising sense of control and accomplishment, creating a ripple effect of calm that extends into other areas of your life and your mind. Once you have cleared the space, intentionally introduce elements that bring you peace and joy. This is a highly personal process. For you, it might be a scented candle that reminds you to pause and breathe deeply. It could be a small plant, a living thing that reminds you of growth and God's creation. Perhaps it is a photograph of a loved one or a beautiful place that fills your heart with gratitude. You could also place a favorite Bible verse, framed or simply written on a card, where you can see it often. You are curating a physical space that will actively minister to your soul and serve as a visual reminder of God's goodness. Protect this sanctuary. Once you have created it, make a conscious effort to keep it that way. This might mean taking 2 minutes at the end of each day to tidy up your peaceful corner. It means treating it as a sacred space, a designated zone for rest, reflection, and prayer. When the world outside feels overwhelming and your inner world feels turbulent, you can retreat to this physical anchor. It becomes your personal haven, a place where you can quiet your mind, reconnect with God, and gather the strength you need to face the challenges of life. Your environment matters because you matter. When you are feeling discouraged, your mind naturally gravitates toward what is wrong. It focuses on the problems, the disappointments, and the fears. This negative focus acts like a magnet, attracting more negative thoughts and deepening your sense of hopelessness. One of the most powerful practical steps you can take to counteract this is to cultivate the discipline of gratitude. Gratitude is more than a fleeting feeling. It is a conscious choice to shift your focus. It is the intentional act of looking for and acknowledging the good that is present in your life, even when life is hard. This discipline literally retrains your brain to see the world differently. The practice can be very simple. Get a notebook and designate it as your gratitude journal. At the end of each day, before you go to sleep, take 5 minutes to write down 3 to 5 specific things you are thankful for from that day. It is important to be specific. Instead of just writing, "I'm thankful for my family," write, "I'm thankful for the way my son hugged me when I got home from work." Instead of "I'm thankful for nature," write, "I'm thankful for the beautiful pink and orange colors of the sunset tonight." This specificity forces you to actively scan your day for moments of grace you might have otherwise missed. This discipline does not deny the reality of your struggles. You can be grateful for the warmth of the sun on your face while still grieving a loss. You can be thankful for a good cup of coffee while still feeling anxious about an upcoming meeting. Gratitude and sorrow can coexist. What gratitude does is prevent the sorrow from becoming the only thing you see. It creates balance. It reminds you that even in the darkest of seasons, there are still glimmers of light, still moments of beauty, and still evidence of God's provision. It builds a reservoir of hope that you can draw from when you feel depleted. The Bible commands us to give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Notice, it does not say to give thanks for all circumstances, but in them. This is a powerful distinction. It means that no matter what you are facing, you can still find a reason to thank God for His character, for His faithfulness, His love, and His presence that never leaves you. This discipline of gratitude lifts your gaze from your problems to your provider. It is a powerful act of worship that breaks the cycle of negativity and opens your heart to receive more of His encouragement. God created you as an integrated being. Your physical body, your mind, and your spirit are intricately connected. You cannot neglect one without affecting the others. When you are feeling emotionally and spiritually drained, one of the most practical and effective ways to find encouragement is to care for your physical body. The stress, anxiety, and sadness you feel are not just in your head. They are stored in your body as well, leading to muscle tension, fatigue, and a general feeling of heaviness. Gentle, consistent physical movement can be a powerful tool for releasing this stored tension and improving your mental and emotional state. You do not need to embark on an intense, grueling exercise regimen. The goal is not to punish your body, but to care for it. Think in terms of gentle movement. A simple 20-minute walk can do wonders. As you walk, pay attention to your surroundings. Notice the sky, the trees, the sounds of your neighborhood. Feel the rhythm of your feet on the pavement. This practice of mindful walking helps to get you out of your head and into the present moment. The fresh air and sunlight can lift your mood, and the gentle exercise releases endorphins, your body's natural mood boosters, which can have an immediate and positive effect on your outlook. Stretching is another powerful practice. When you are stressed, your muscles contract and tighten, especially in your neck, shoulders, and back. Taking just 5 to 10 minutes to gently stretch these areas can provide immense relief. As you stretch, breathe deeply into the tight places. Imagine you are breathing in God's peace and exhaling the stress and worry. This is a way of physically enacting the spiritual principle of letting go. You are releasing the burdens you have been carrying in your body, creating space for relaxation and peace to enter. It is a simple prayer expressed through the language of your body. Remember, caring for your body is a spiritual act. The Bible tells us that our bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit. Honoring that temple through adequate rest, nourishing food, and gentle movement is a form of worship. It is an acknowledgement that the body God gave you is a good gift, worthy of care and respect. When you are feeling discouraged, it is easy to neglect these basic needs. Making a conscious choice to move your body is a practical step of faith. It is you partnering with God in your own healing process, tending to the physical vessel that houses your precious, eternal soul. Like a lamp unplugged from its power source, we can't shine alone. Stay connected to God and the community He's given you. Prioritize quiet moments with Him, and don't isolate. Reach out to others. This is how you recharge, find strength, and thrive together. As we close, remember, even in darkness, you are never alone. God's presence is your steady hand. His rest is yours to receive. Your quiet faithfulness matters. He sees every act of love. The dream He's planted in you is possible through Him. Carry these echoes of hope with you and trust that He will complete the good work begun in you. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This invitation is always open, no matter how many times you stumble or forget. In His presence, you are already enough, already loved. May you find your strength in stillness, your power in surrender, and your truest self in the loving presence of the One who is your everlasting rest. Picture your life as a tapestry. Sometimes all you see are tangled threads and knots, but the master weaver sees the whole beautiful design. And within you burns a small, unwavering flame, a dream. Winds may try to snuff it out, but your job is to protect it. Trust the weaver. Keep your flame alive. Your dream is a light in the darkness. Our time together is now complete, but your journey continues. You will walk out from this moment and back into a world that is often loud, demanding, and discouraging. You will face new challenges and old struggles. The feelings of weariness may try to creep back in. The voice of doubt will try to whisper its lies once more. But you are not leaving the same way you came. You are leaving armed with truth. You are leaving reminded of your identity. You are leaving with a renewed sense of hope and purpose. You are carrying the echoes of encouragement we have shared, and they will be your strength for the days ahead. Remember that encouragement is not a one-time event. It is a daily discipline. You must actively choose to preach to your own soul, to remind yourself of what is true when feelings and circumstances tell you otherwise. Create rhythms of grace in your life. Practice the daily affirmations. Cultivate a heart of gratitude. Care for your body as the temple it is. Most importantly, stay plugged into the source of all power, your relationship with God and your connection with His people. You have been given the tools you need not only to survive, but to thrive. You are more resilient than you think because the one in you is greater than the one in the world. And so, I leave you with this blessing, this final benediction of belief. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. May you feel His presence in your moments of loneliness. May you find His strength in your moments of weakness. May you see His provision in your moments of need. May He guard your heart from despair and fill your mind with His truth. May He give you the courage to pursue your dream and the grace to rest in His love. Go forward in the quiet confidence that you are seen, you are known, and you are deeply, unconditionally loved by the God of the universe. Keep believing, keep hoping, keep moving forward, one small, faithful step at a time. The story He is writing in your life is far from over, and you can be sure that the best is yet to come. You will get through this. Not because you are strong enough, but because He is. Walk in His grace today and always. Amen.